Hey y'all. I haven't done any reading today. I went and got that tooth pulled that my dentist worked on Thursday of last week. I just had her pull it because it was giving me so much mouth pain. Like over the weekend, the whole right side of my mouth was in so much pain. Um, so I just had her pull it today. Um, so that's why my mouth is still kind of puffy and swollen. Um, I'm watching Kayla. I was watching Kayla before I went and did all this. She pulled it at 9 this morning. They had a cancellation, and it was at 9 o'clock. So that's when they scheduled me in, and then she went in and pulled it out. It was giving her some trouble. She really had to really get in there and wiggle it out. So yeah. Um, but I'm going to try to read today. I don't know what I'm going to read. I need to pick up Brigands of Bread Knives because that's the last book on my April TBR, official TBR. So I need to pick that up. I'm hoping tomorrow that none of this is hurting or sore. It's not hurting right now. Maybe like a slight ache. But yeah. There's a big old hole in the back of my mouth right now where the tooth was. So I'm dealing with that. But I just picked up my son from school, so he's upstairs watching TV. I have Kayla on my iPad, that's why you can hear her. And then Curious George is on the TV. But I'm gonna get off here and I'll update you. When I have Zelda. When I have a reading update on something.
That might be generous, but it feels like it should be an ankle thing for me. I'm kind of having a good time with it, even though it is objectively bad. It is bad. But no, dead of night. This is it. This is what it is, and that's all I can really say about it. So there you go. Ken doesn't know everything, but he does know if you bundle your flights, cars, hotels, vacation rentals, you can save up to 30%. Good, Horsey. Thanks, voice in the sky. Expedia, one place you go to go places. Don't worry. Yeah. I just rolled attention to family members with this machine. Sure. Is your name Olivia Jones? Yes. You love Henry Faulkner? Very much. Do you have a positive impression of Henry's family so far? Hello. Hey. Oh. Funny to be on the outside. Used to be in the hot seat. Would you like to ask me some questions, Greg? Okay, Olivia, do you think I hold Henry emotionally hostage? I mean, yeah. You call him Wee Wee? You think it's like a joke about his Wee Wee? Oh, no. I've never seen it. You probably have more up-to-date info on it. I haven't seen it for a while, so please stop talking. All right. What do you think of Olivia? She's adorable, so smart. It's adorable, baby. Mama, are you liking?
No.
No. It's fine. What would they know?
Zelda, no, that's glass. Zelda, no, that's glass. Zelda, Malia, I said no.
you're into shot on video horror on Blu-ray, you're probably thinking, why would you put a movie that's shot on VHS on a Blu-ray? Like, that's not going to look very good, right? I mean, the Blu-ray only looks as good as the source. So if the source is in good shape, then the Blu-ray can look pretty good. Basically, the Blu-ray just lets them show this shot on video horror film in a much bigger file, so you don't have as much compression. You're just the original tape master in its purest form. I remember watching the Linnea Quigley horror working out from Terror Vision, and that just looked stunning on Blu-ray. It looks like this was originally shot on 16mm, but then it was edited on video, so it's as good as it gets. So let's give Embalmer from 1996 a watch and see what we think. Embalmer. Oh my gosh, what a surprise. It is originally shot on 16mm.
You have my dark green.
There is a disclaimer at the beginning of the movie that says that there was some in artifacts to the tape, and they couldn't really totally get rid of those, but that they did their best. I will say, without that disclaimer, I don't think anyone would have noticed those artifacts. They're actually very cool. It's really the first shot of the film. In fact, I would say this is a
Look at that, y'all. Drawing on a nightstand today. Did a little that, and then pumpkin in there, and then that. Just doodling on a nightstand, y'all. Probably not gonna be able to see it, y'all, but I'm gonna be coloring that in.
So the title film here is just a basic slasher. You've got somebody, a masked figure of some kind. Pretty much the entire movie is very slow. Every once in a while you get some really good gore or something. But it's not until the end of the movie where it takes this really interesting twist. I really, really love the ending. I just thought it was really great. But it's a short film. It's like 45, 50 minutes long. Something interesting to watch. Like slashers, like really, really obscure underground backyard filmmaking. It's a little bit artsy and dreamlike and nightmarish. Don't get me wrong, it's not good. It's bad. I think my favorite is the second movie that's featured on here, which is called, let me look, Elude in Fear. I don't know, guys. I'm sorry. Big apologies to any of my French viewers out there. But the American title is Hell. This one's my favorite. This one was directly inspired by The Exorcist. In fact, it even mentions The Exorcist, credits The Exorcist in the opening credits. You've got an opening scene where this little girl is being sacrificed by Satan worshippers, being more or less enlisted to Satan to be the Antichrist.
Especially interesting. Black.
No, you're not getting my black.
I think it's her 20th birthday is when the curse will be fulfilled. This is actually her picture on the cover. That's an actual scene from the movie. Again, this is very low budget, but it's super weird and artsy, and I kind of love it. It's a perfect mood piece and a total knockoff of The Exorcist in every conceivable way. You've got this girl who begins to be possessed in her bedroom, and pretty much the entire movie is just one long possession scene. And she starts to like convulse on the bed, and then her mouth starts gushing blood, and then there's like all this green ghoulish makeup on her face. This priest comes in to try to conduct this exorcism, and something happens that I thought was really cool, and the visuals are amazing, and it just gave me everything I wanted from this set. So for that movie in particular, the mood is up to the moon. But again, adjust your expectations here. This is rated really in relation to everything else I saw. This is one of the best things I watched. Now, there's a lot of other movies in this set.
I have a guitar inside there. No,
There's
no,
nothing there.
stop.
There's just people in Halloween masks, like, walking around. There's
I'm
some
not
good
a wasp.
visuals, maybe, again, for the background of a Halloween party, this would really work. But there just
Not
wasn't
serious.
really much
There's
going
not
on.
that
There's
zombies.
another film
No
in here.
point
It's a
it.
feature film. It's actually 2.5 hours, which is way
No
too long.
zombies.
It's another one that's kind of like a satanic panic kind of
I
movie.
know I
It
used
just
to
feels
do it.
like a really long, drawn-out nude piece, and I ended up turning it off. I just wasn't
What is
interested.
kind
But
of
really, of everything that I've seen in this set so far,
I
it's
did this.
what's it called? Chosen One of Hell. That's the best one. I liked it. I would not say this is a recommendation necessarily, unless this is what you like. I'm never gonna sit here and trash a movie, guys, because
No, don't
every movie
touch.
that's ever been released is someone's favorite.
Zelda, no.
Somewhere. There is a booklet in this
What
where
time?
the film
It's
critic
not
was
a point.
talking about the title.
Malia?
And listed
No.
it as
Hey!
it's not mine, but
No.
glad for this film critic that they get to see this director's film restored on Blu-ray in this beautiful set. And yes, the films have been beautifully restored. They look great. I kind of enjoyed my time with it, and I'm excited to watch the other films that are
Can you stop?
So there you go, creeps. That's going to wrap up another episode of Cult Cinema Macabre. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know down below what you thought of these movies, if you're going to check any of them out. And if you've already seen them, let me know what your thoughts are. Of course, I would really like to know that I'm not the only person who's seen these movies. So thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you soon in another episode of Macabre. Later, creeps.
It's not morning.
This is Eli. He came out for his new computer, so he assumed it came with antivirus. But one click and virus. Don't be like Eli. Protect your new tech with WebRoot.
Hours. Blue. No, it's not easy. It's not important.
Hello, L.Stine fans.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome back to my series.
Hello, college fans.
I
have to be safe TV.
Time since I've made one of these. A couple of years ago, when the Fear Street movies came out on Netflix.
Hello, college fans. Welcome to the channel. I
Childhood
hate
long
this thing
obsession with
because it
Fear
cries.
Street. Back in the day, I read tons of these books
No,
about
and
Goosebumps,
then I moved.
Point Horror, and Christopher Pike. But when those Fear Street movies came out on Netflix, I decided it was time
This cars
to
in the
revisit the
Netflix.
series and reread the ones that I had read, read the ones that I hadn't read, but also to read them in publication order from the very first book that was published in 1989 all the way through to the newest book.
Cars
Of course,
on
there
the
was like 150
Netflix.
books to count. So it's a huge commitment, but I've been slowly working my way through these books over the years, and I've been vlogging about it the whole time. I actually just posted a compilation video of all my other Fear Street vlogs from beginning to end right up here, so you can go and watch it. The link's also going to be down below in the graveyard. It's a 3.5-hour video, more than that, and you can catch up all in one go if you haven't seen my other videos. In this one, we're going to be talking about the next 4 books in the series. We've got The Best Friend, which I have never read before, which is a reread for me. I have read this one before, as well as Alchemist, The Cheater, and Sunburn, both of which I've never read. So these will be brand new reads along with the best friend.
Malia, stop!
Fear Street and to get ready for Fear Street.
Sebastian, what the heck?
On Netflix. It's coming out in May.
You guys need to stop your crap!
Eager to watch this movie. I love L.Stine, the book. I think it's amazing, so I'm really excited to see what they do. Of course, the Fear Street movies so far have not been very loyal to the book, but I still enjoy them just as their own thing. So, without further ado, we are going to dive into the best friend next.
Look at Bennett's chili. Let's fix this dust orange. This is the keepers.
Where's my white?
So now,
Sebastian, where's my white?
all time.
Thank you.
The black.
No, you're not getting my black.
No.
All right.
Hello.
Over half of the best friends already.
Where's my red?
This, guys. It's a good one. I don't know if it's going to
Give me my red.
or not.
No, no, please.
But I would say
You can't steal my markers, dude. Stop.
In fact, the plot of this book is very similar to Single White Female, where we have this new character who comes into the mix. You know, Becca's already pretty popular. She has her group of friends, but this girl named Honey Perkins comes along. I think it's funny that her last name is Perkins, like Anthony Perkins from the movie Psycho.
Zelda.
Honey is maybe a little bit psycho. So Honey moves in next door. Honey just comes into the house one day. In fact, she keeps letting herself into Becca's house over without invitation or anything. In fact, I'm starting to realize why crime is so bad on Fear Street. Because nobody locks their frickin' front doors or their windows. It's the 90s. It's the 50s. Crime is a thing. Anyway, Honey moves in. She just barges into the house, goes up to Becca's bedroom where Becca is entertaining her friends, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, Becca, I've missed you so much." She goes and gives her a big hug, and Becca is like, "Who is this girl? Who are you?" Her friends are confused. Me, as the reader, was confused, but I was starting to think, well, maybe this is like a distant cousin or something. No, this is a girl who Becca and her friends
Stop.
were with back in like 3rd grade, and then all of a sudden Honey just disappeared off the face of the earth. But it was fine because nobody really liked Honey. Honey was kind of weird. She just stayed at the back of the class all the time. She didn't say a word to anybody. She would often burst out crying in the middle of class for no reason at all. Everybody just kind of stayed away from Honey because she was a bit of a loose cannon. And then when she just disappeared from town and moved away from her family, everybody just kind of went on with their lives. People forgot about her, but now she's back. She's back in Shadyside. She's moved in next door to Becca. It's fun.
Hey y'all, I just made it to chapter 23 of Dragons and Bread Knives. That's page 159. Fern, Zelix, and the bread knife. He's alive now. His name is Nathan. And the goblin, I can't remember her name. They just ran into a bunch of orcs and a fae, trying to get Zelix. I guess he's got a bounty on his head, which is crazy. Oh, yeah. So he's got a bounty on his head. They were just in this town. Fern got like some good food, a good night rest, and everything. Before that, they were still on the road, and Zelix went to a different town to look for something. Left Fern in charge of the goblin, and then she realized that the goblin disappeared. But she didn't like go too far because she knows she can't, because Zelix has got a like this bracelet on her, and it'll tell him if she gets too far. So she was just sitting up on a hill watching things go by, and Fern's like, "Oh, that's very cute and peaceful. Shut the front door, please." And then Fern has also been writing letters to Viv to let her know like she's doing okay, and that
You paid the donuts.
I'm busy, and that she's just off on this adventure, you know? So the bread knife is a sentient, so that's pretty cool. He's got a mind of his own, and Fern like uses him as a weapon, which is funny. If you didn't know, she's a little racken, so she's a rat. So there's an elf, a goblin, and a rat all together and chilling out with a bread knife too, which is pretty funny. I love the fact that Travis also does the audio for these books, which is pretty cool, because I know he did audio, like he was an audiobook person before he did books, which is pretty cool too. But I'm really enjoying this. This is really good. It's very compulsively reading like the rest of them. I was listening to it right now while I was just doing the dishes. So I'm done with doing the dishes. So I'm probably going to watch some booktube for a bit before I do dinner. I know my husband's on the way. I should start dinner now. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. Some of these chapters are very short. Some of these chapters aren't short. But I love it. And the Racken, just like in Bookshops and Bonus, she does have a mouth on her, and I really love that. She doesn't shy away of cussing and speaking her mind. It's really amazing. The only thing I hate is my book, because it's a hardcover. It's trying to like stay open, which is irritating. But yeah, I went and did my slight shopping today that I had to do. Then I went to my mom's, because I picked up some extra things from the Dollar Tree that I wasn't expecting to pick up. Like I got a Rick and Morty shirt, a Ghostbuster shirt with the original 5 Ghostbuster guys, and a Pennywise shirt, and then like 2 pairs of shorts. Because I've been needing some new shorts, and it's starting to get like kind of hot outside. Spring/summer's coming too, so yeah. But I'm really, really enjoying this. I love the fact that Fern is concerned about Zelix and the goblin and the knife and everything. But she's also trying to protect herself, which is really good too. I don't know if Viv is going to show up at all inside of this book, and I've heard from people say that this isn't a cozy fantasy like the other two. But I think it's kind of cozy, like they're camping out. But this is like, this one reminds me of being in a D&D campaign, and I really love it. So I can't wait to continue. But like I said, I gotta stop because I gotta do dinner. She's screaming. Yeah, so I gotta get off here. Hey y'all, I did read yesterday. I listened to a little bit of Brigands and Bread Knives. I made it to chapter 8, page 62. Yeah, chapter 8, page 62. This is really good so far. So Fern, you're following Fern, the Racken that was in the second one, Bookshops and Bone Dust. She goes and visits Viv, and Viv tries to help her open up a bookstore in the town that Viv is in, is what I'm gathering from it so far. And then she gets drunk one night because she doesn't know if she wants to do this, but she also doesn't know how to tell Viv. So she gets drunk one night with her uncle and ends up like trying to walk to Viv's to tell her what's going on, and then she like takes a rest inside of this wagon, and then it happens to be this elf guy, and he's escorting a goblin somewhere. That's like his, he says prisoner, but he also said yes and no, that she's not a prisoner. He doesn't speak goblin. Fern does speak goblin, which is pretty cool. So when the goblin does talk, he like looks at Fern, and she's like, the last the last thing the goblin said to the elf was, what did she say? You're fucked? Yeah, she basically told the elf that he's screwed, which is pretty cool. So we're following Asterix, who is the elf, Fern, who is the raccoon, and I don't think they have said what the goblin's name is. So she sent Viv a letter explaining to her like why she's no longer at the shop, why her uncle might be mad. She's going across country now with this elf and this goblin. So yeah, we're just basically following Fern's adventures on going across country with this elf and the goblin. Does the goblin make its destination? Does anything happen with Fern or the elf? I don't know. But I can't wait to figure out what's going to happen more inside of this book. I'm really, really enjoying this. Like I've said before with these, if you're missing playing D&D, reading anything sort of like D&D, and you're all caught up like on Critical Role, if you watch Critical Role, I highly recommend Travis Baldry's books. They are that D&D filler and that scratch that you need to itch if you have that D&D goblin on your back. So, for sure, I would highly recommend these. I don't know when I'll get to the book today. I do have a light cleaning inside the living room and library room. I have to do the kitchen today, but I also have to go and pick up like some small things from the store today. So, but I won't be doing that until after I have to take my son his lunch. My son did go to school today, which is cool. Hopefully he stays there all day and they don't have to call me saying that he got sick. He's got like a really bad cough right now. We've got it mostly under control. But like he'll cough so much that it makes him gag because he's trying to cough up that mucus. And I have to always remind him, hey, take a drink, because he is autistic, so he doesn't have that cues of his body saying, hey, you need to take a drink, hey, you're hungry. So I got to keep reminding him. So I got to also tell the school, hey, you got to keep reminding him he's got this drink he needs to drink, and he's got food. I also had to sneak his medicine inside of his drink because he won't take it physically. So, with all that aside, I'm going to get off here. I'm going to have my coffee. I might play some Animal Crossing until I got to go take him his lunch. I don't know. We'll see what happens after I get a little bit more coffee in me because I haven't had any coffee today yet. It is currently 8:23 in the morning on Thursday. I know I haven't read much in this vlog. It's been mostly an art vlog, but it is what it is. At least I'm putting content out there. And I will catch you when I have an update on Brigands of Bread Knives. Hey y'all, I'm going to be drawing a little bit more on my nightstand that I was drawing on yesterday with the Frankenstein side. I'm going to flip you over and prop you up so you can see what I'm doing. morning. Today's Saturday. It's Saturday, 8:56 in the morning. I did not read anything yesterday. I didn't get a chance to pick up Breggins and Bread Knives at all, but I need to do it today. I'm currently having breakfast. It's the Trix Raspberry Super Mario Galaxy cereal with Watching Constance. Right now on my iPad. I'm gonna eat my cereal, watch some booktube. When I'm done with my cereal, I gotta film my May TBR, and then I'll pop in the audio for Breggins and Bread Knives and listen to that while I play my Animal Crossing. I'll show you my character on my Animal Crossing. I decided to make her an alien. To make it different and lively, I moved my house away from the rest of my villagers, and I got myself Nintendo online again. So I was able to go to some treasure islands and get some stuff that I would really like. Like, I got a galaxy floor. I got an astronaut. I got all the space stuff that's very, very hard to get. So, which is awesome. And if I need anything else, oh, and then I got like a couple of the tickets, because Olive, one of my villagers, decided she wanted to leave, so I was like, yeah, just go ahead and leave. I know they weren't permanent. I want to get rid of Phoebe because I really don't like her. I've got another white bird. I think his name is Creston or something like that. I don't like him. I got 2 koalas. I've got a white bear. I got a horse. I'm not too fond of any of my villagers right now, except for Shino and Octavian. I love Shino and I love Octavian. So those 2 I don't want to leave. I would really love to keep them. The rest of them can go. I really don't care. Yeah, I'll show you my island while I'm listening to Breggins and Bread Knives and give you a little update on my little alien girl. Her name's Luna. If you didn't know, my husband got me a Nintendo Switch OLED for our anniversary last year, and your gameplay doesn't swap over, so I had to restart. And I don't know why he's screaming like that. Kids. But I'm going to get off here, enjoy my breakfast, enjoy Constance's new video, and I will get back to you when I start reading. Hey everyone, so yesterday I read and finished Breggins and Bread Knives. This was really good. I love the ending sentence inside of this book. Like, it really hit pretty hard, which was, "And to you, dear reader, but well, and be kind to yourself." Oh wait, no, that's the acknowledgement. Sorry. It says, Fern reflected that after wandering in her own wilderness, she was grateful for a clear night sky too. This is super cute. I really enjoyed it. I love that Fern got to go on an adventure, and then, like, when she did show up at Viv's, it was like, all you could do is write a few words in your letter, and she's like, no, not really, but, you know, it was really cute and adorable. I loved it. I definitely need to read it physically instead of just listening to the audio, so I can annotate it like the rest of mine. It's a pretty dreary day today. Today is Sunday. Today's the last day of this vlog. My husband said he wants donuts, so he's gonna go get us donuts for breakfast. But I haven't picked up anything else. So let me know. Let me know what you thought of the vlog. And if you've made it this far, leave either a knife or a goblin or a rat inside of the comments below, that I know that you've made it this far.